we have Melissa McKnight. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Melissa. We can get the music going for that. Melissa is an Oklahoma native. Any Oklahoma folks out here? No? One whistle. Okay, so that means no. She's a writer. She's a painter. She's a knitter. Like, she does all the things. And when you see her, you will see, I remember the first time meeting her, and she was full of so much energy and light that I was like, I have to do something with her. So I'm really excited that you guys get to experience Melissa McKnight. Here we go.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for the kind greeting, Alita. And thank you so much to the Women's Work Festival for having me here. It's pretty cool to be in a theater and not just like, you know, I don't know if you guys go to any open mic nights around town, but it's kind of a different world up here. Like, this is sacred. This is the theater. I'm like, to be or not to be. Like, I'm just ready to lay it all down. So let's dive right in. As you can see today, I'm pretty obsessed with fashion. My gay older brother had a subscription to Vogue and Elle for years, and I don't read those magazines anymore because I find the articles quite vapid, even if they do have black models on the cover. But anyway, today my fashion inspiration was either like Aunt Jemima or Eastern European, like milkmaid. You figure it out, whatever you want. All right, so first thing I want to talk about, honestly, I was at work earlier today. It was great, let me tell you. Is anyone out here like working? Like supporting your eating habit? For me, it's really trying to eat and pay back the 3 lifetimes worth of student debt that I have for getting educated, because my mom went to this little school called Brown in the 70s, and she was really interested in educating her children, and she was like, you gotta go to college, because they'll teach you how to finish, you know, a project, and you're really gonna develop your brain. And you know, with an explanation so reasonable, who would I have been to like not follow her path, you know? And then I get there and they're like, okay, you gotta sign your master promissory note. And I was like, what? And they're like, these are the numbers of the thousands of dollars you're gonna take out to pay for this. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I think this shit is important. So here we are, and I work at the front desk of a hotel. And yeah, I'll just let that one sink in for a second. This woman this morning, like of all things to ask, she stops by and she's like, hey, good morning. Do you know of like the best rated plantation in the area? I was just like, no, I don't, because I've never been personally. And she's like, oh really? And I was like, yeah, I mean, considering who my ancestors were and all. And she was like, great, like, doesn't want to offend you white woman reaction where she's like, I'm not a bad person, don't take my house, I'm not a bad person, please don't assassinate my character. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm the one whose grandma was cleaning white women's houses, and that was like in the 50s, so who's more put out here, like you or me? Like, do you know what I mean? Why is it always coming down to like the victim being like, shut the fuck up, nobody wants to hear about your struggle? And I'm just like, okay, I just don't want to get called the N-word in public anymore. I grew up in Oklahoma, by the way, like Alita said, so I just want to let you know, Nashville 100 years ago was a lot nicer to blacks than they were in Oklahoma, let me tell you. There was the 2nd largest race massacre in the United States in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the city where I grew up, and let me tell you, I felt it every day. So that's why I ran over to Nashville, and of course my dad, being the lifelong buzzkill that he is, he was like, you know Melissa Grace, that's what he calls me, don't call me that. He was like, you know, Tennessee is the birthplace of the KKK. And I was just like, fuck. Didn't think that one through, but I was following my husband. I got married here. I like it a lot here. It rains a lot more than the old Dust Bowl back home. But anyway, I'm totally ignoring all of my notes. Let me get back on the subject here. But yeah, so the way that the plantation query ended up And so she's like, I don't have any personal experience with plantations, but I can certainly Google Belle Meade and Andrew Jackson's Hermitage for you, and we'll see what the best rating is. And then as I'm typing it in, she was like, tell me more about Andrew Jackson. And I was like, in addition to owning slaves, he also killed a lot of Native Americans. She was like, I've heard about that. And then Google gave the Hermitage a better rating, just FYI, it was 4.5. Belle Meade only got 4.4. And so, I mean, honestly, I hate that, like, every time I get a microphone, I want to talk about, like, microaggressions and, like, ancestral history, but the truth is, it's just, like, a huge part of my identity, whether I like it or not. I was born in Miami, Florida, actually. I just grew up in Tulsa. It, made me the person who I am, it's fine. But I'll never forget the first day in 5th grade when we were learning in social studies about slavery in like 1865. Turn back the hands of time, blah, blah, blah. And so there I was, sitting in the classroom, minding my own business, teachers up at the blackboard. Emancipation Proclamation! Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves! Slaves were beat and whipped, sold! And there I am, just taking notes. Slaves whipped and sold. And one classmate was always just like, and I'm just like, me? You think I'm a slave? I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave. And so, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, that stupid dialogue keeps going over and over in my life. I keep having to prove to people that aren't black that I'm not a slave, and that historical association does not necessarily define me. But I also spend so much time defending myself against it that it kind of does define me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just great American irony. I always spell America with 3 Ks for that reason. But next time you're celebrating 4th of July, be sure to add 3 Ks, cross out the C. And so I just got off my period recently. Yeah, I have to go there. Race and period are my 2 major topics. If you don't like it, my comedy might not be for you. And so I use a Diva cup, and if you don't know what that is, it's a little silicone cup, and you sit on the toilet, and you go, you scoot it in, and there you go, up on your way. And I don't know, that one judge who, whether he actually mentioned, reproductive drugs being like medical abortion or something like that, whether he said it or not, whether he was led down that path or not, I hate when people that don't have periods express their opinion about people that do have periods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up. You bleed for 5 to 7 days, you have cramps, you start crying when you see a puppy, and then come and talk to me, okay? Because until you're doing that, your opinion don't matter. And I said so. So, just had to put that out there. I'm just going to end with this one story because it was just really funny. On Barack Obama's incumbent campaign, I was a volunteer, and our headquarters were in a Blockbuster in Des Moines, Iowa, old Blockbuster, and I fucking loved Blockbuster, so it was just like I loved it for 2 reasons, And so there was only one restroom, and I had just started using my Diva cup, so it was like kind of a new thing, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Where's my bathroom? How is this gonna happen? So one day the office was completely empty, and I was like, it's all for me. Oh my god, time to change the Diva cup. And I get in there, I didn't lock the door. Fail, okay? So there I am, spread eagle. The gore is everywhere. I stand up, and the door opens. And I'm sitting there like, and she's like, she like runs away. I didn't see the woman again until the next day, and we both saw each other, and we were just like, oh my god, don't look at her. And then finally we kind of made a circle, and then I looked at her and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry about yesterday. And she's like, I don't even know what I saw. What were you doing? And I was just like, I just started using this Diva cup, and Diva cup, why does it have such a silly name? Well, I don't know about that, but then I explained to her how it works, and of all the things that she says to me, she was like, you know what? You're really brave. And I was just like, girl, you can stick your fingers in your pussy too. Like, I mean, it doesn't take that much courage. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, you know, I hope I didn't offend anyone with anything that I said today. I don't know how I'm doing on time at all. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm good? Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take my bow there.